Now, I was going to throw up a video on this. It's my round 4 in the special event. And yeah, my group in this, it's been fairly tight slash incredibly difficult. And that's one of those things where I always say it. Oh, sweet. I always say it. It's like these completely depend on the group you join. So you could do incredibly like poor times in certain groups and do incredibly well. Or you could do moderately okay times in, yeah, a really, really good group. To be fair, most of that trouble comes from day 2 in this. I really, really, really messed up on. And yeah, that's like had that knock-on effect of putting me in 6th place so far. I don't know, has anyone from the top? Oh, one person from the top has actually done a time this day. But yeah, like, it's definitely possible that I will be looking for a key in those packs. In tier 2, that's like a 60% chance. Yeah, I always gonna say with this, I've got 88 cars. If I get the key from this, woohoo! If I don't, I still have 88 cars. I'm not going to lose too much sleep about this one, to be honest. The practice runs that I've been doing for this have been decent enough. 1 or 2.6. So what I'm going to do in this video is just, yeah, practice run and the pathway that I use for this on the tunnel jam. Then do a live run and probably watch it like explode into a poster or not make the jump under a bridge or scrape along a wall. Yeah, that kind of thing. I haven't that much luck in the live runs of these. But like I said, this is not really going to lose too much sleep over this. It's a cool car. Would love to get the key. But at the same time, yeah, I'm just... let's see how I get on here. Yeah, so this is a practice run. And yeah, I'll just run the pathway of this. See about that 102-ish, 103 time. 4-star version of this car, but really... it's an enjoyable track, and this car has really got, like I said, it's really got nice potential. Definitely for anyone who doesn't have the Pagani, it would be hard not to recommend doing your all to try to get your hands on this, because this thing is definitely a kind of a clone, and that's slightly just gonna flick it into the air there and yeah, punch over the dust trap. It's better if you can shockwave over that path. Blue nitro here so you don't lose too much speed on the corner. Bring it out to imperfect. I'm just going to go straight underneath the bridge, trying to fill up the nitro, and then try not to scrape the wall on the inside. Back into blue over the little patch of grass. Drift, shockwave, and try again, avoid scraping off the wall there. I know it's like an invisible wall that stretches up from that, but it's definitely better to go like slightly low and possibly miss out on a small bit of airtime rather than scraping off that wall, because if you come out of the barrel roll you will just lose so much time. So hard drift, shockwave to the finish line, 101.8 in practice. Now watch it go to but yeah, like in the practice run, yeah, you can definitely see that's like, I don't know, I should get somebody just come in, start up a random run for me, be it practice or the other thing, and not tell me which it is, because I'd be like a lot better with that. But yeah, obviously like the drift around up here, like I said, and then pop it into a blue nitro state kind of when you're going onto the rough terrain, and it's a really hard corner as well, so make sure you're in blue so that you're saving the speed around and just taking it out then right on the ramp pretty much, just to put it into an orange and punch it forward a bit. And just, yeah, fill up enough nitro meter then so that when you go underneath the bridge, point it straight at that ramp. But be incredibly careful going up here, as you know, like if you go too far left on this one, you will hit an invisible wall. If you actually, like the way I have the camera angle here, when you pivot the camera around this, you can actually, like, your camera will hit that invisible wall that's there, and like you can see, like as you move up along this wall, you will see that, like, yeah, that camera is pretty much just rubbing against a wall that's there and just extends like all the way up along. And it's not until you get quite a bit into the air when the, yeah, you can see the camera rotates here because the wall is actually no longer hitting the car. Whereas, yeah, when it's down lower at the start of that ramp, definitely before that tree, just have to be really careful. You know yourself, if you've gone this pathway, you probably have scraped off there and it just knocks you out of the barrel roll. And one very important thing as well then is when you're coming down from this one, change it back over around here. Change over yellow nitro and then into a blue as soon as you can, so that you can actually like just go straight through the off-roady portion, because otherwise you'll tear straight down to 180. Even if you're in a yellow state there or an orange state, it's not great. You will just lose too much speed. And yeah, this thing is fantastic. It's a nitro meter gainer. Just back up, and again, just watch out for, obviously there you see the camera just getting stuck and just rubbing straight up along that invisible wall and just, yeah, looping around the other side. So like, yeah, anywhere along that side you would just come out of the bar rolling. And yeah, it's not too bad if it happens along here, because you're not going to wreck or anything. It's just a case of, obviously, you just want to avoid it and get those barrel rolls so that you can get as much nitro as possible. Blue going around the corners, not lose as much speed as possible. Orange punch up. And yeah, I mean, this car is an absolute charm to drive. And now, time to take it to a live run. Oi! Now, so gave the game the restart. Done one more practice run after that restart, just so that the ghost loads up properly. And then, yeah, gonna punch out my first attempt here with this race. I still haven't actually got any epic parts from those packs. Like, it's a bit of a shame because, yeah, that acceleration stat on this car is monstrously powerful already, and it would be cool, like I said, to slot in that extra Excel epic portion. You can drop in 2 epics in this car already at the 4th star, 1 into handling and 1 into acceleration, none in nitro or top speed. Hui! But yeah, focus up time, and let's see, yeah, because like I said, live run, and see if I can just repeat that without any major disasters. I'm gonna not try anything too crazy this first run at least, just see if I can get anywhere close to that 101 time. I will be happy. Ooh, in an orange state here, not like in the practice run. And as long as I don't scrape this, because that jump is one of the major places where you can just instantly just destroy a run. If you come too low there behind that poster, you're just going to despawn and just pop back before the ramp with so much time lost. It really is a nightmare. You just like, yeah, it's run over pretty much, because you're talking about maybe a gap of 4 seconds or so, if that would happen. Drift towards the finish line. You have to watch it there as well on the side. Oh, just cracked into the wall really harshly, but like not enough to destroy the car. Thanks Stephanie. But yeah, that's definitely that was genuinely lucky. Like, that hit on the wall there could have been absolutely obliterated into the barrier. That genuinely, like, I want to just say, is a daft move by me. It should really come in a bit tighter there. Didn't cost much time at all in the slightest, because of the the ricochet off there just sent me over the finish line. I don't think I slowed down too much. But yeah, that's put me at the top of my group. The upper racers in this, for the most part, haven't raced, but that's quite like a decent enough time at least. I didn't completely massacre it in comparison to some of the other days in this, where I put in just woefully poor times in comparison to from the practice to the live versions of them anyway. That's knocked me back into the top 5 for now, but like I said, almost all of that top 5 have yet to race as far as I know. The 2 people who are underneath me there are both yet to run, and if they would, like, because the people who are above me are so far above, even if they would lose some points, it's not really going to do me any favors. And if the people underneath get 30 points, I will drop back down into 5th and 6th place again. So definitely with this one, I'm looking at maybe packs, which they do have a 2% drop rate, and I think 6th place gets quite a bit of them. But at the same time, obviously, that's not the ideal way to unlock this car. I just have to see how the rest of the races pan out. The last 2 tracks on this actually to come, stage 5 and stage 6. So that's like going to be Hotel Road in the Caribbean at stage 5, and then 1000 Minarets in Cairo at stage 6. And like, 1000 Minarets is an absolutely beautiful stage for a car like this. Like, it's Yeah, that's one I definitely would look forward to driving. That was the old Cairo weekly competition run. I really enjoyed that track. Hotel Road, I could take or leave, to be honest. It's a Caribbean track, so there is a chance that I might do okay on those ones. It really does depend. I know the Caribbean is one of those ones where some people kind of hate that track, but we just have to see kind of like how these things pan out. Like, I do always say it, like, you are 100% reliant on the rest of your group in these kind of Grand Prix, and it can be a case where if you're in like a lower tier and you get people who sandbag down into it, then yeah, it'll be an incredibly hard time for you to get a key. If you're like, my one is tier 2, so these are top 10%, yeah, it's the top 10% players, so it's pretty much going to be like, yeah, vicious competition at the really top there, which, you know, I kind of really like that in a way, as much as it's like, it might suck if that 20 points on round 2, if that does end up costing me a key for this, I'll be like, sucks. But at the same time, it's like, if you've got 80 plus cars, it's difficult to be upset about not getting an 89th one. I still wouldn't mind it, but yeah, it's like, just don't worry about, like, especially if it's gotten to this point, by the way, and you're in a scenario where you're like me now, say I could spend like crazy now and upgrade this car to like a 5th or 6th star. Realistically, there isn't much point in doing that. Like, the damage was done on round 2. It wouldn't be advisable for me to like spend more on this. The SC18 itself comes back in another Grand Prix, well, or did on Global. It comes back again in about maybe 6 months time, so you'll get another attempt at this one for the key. And then, like I said, in that Grand Prix as well, I'll be looking at maybe having the car at, yeah, a 5th star if I do happen to miss out on it now. But I would just say, like, don't be drawn in too much by going crazy with the amount of tokens. Say, I would need, what's that, 50 blueprints nearly there to get the next star on that contact. Could cost anywhere up to 15,000 tokens. So, like, it would be devastating to tokens to do so. I guess the screenshot though from my multiplayer 1 rewards this thing, so I can't be too upset this month. I do get awesome enough 12 blueprints for the ZR1, so if I get that for another 2 months going, I'll have the 3rd star of that car. And really cool. Hopefully people did cool enough with their multiplayer 1 rewards as well. But yeah, like I said, I got myself 12 blueprints for that, so that's really, really awesome. It's definitely one that now at 2 stars, that car is exactly on 3,000 rating. Definitely a really nice, capable Corvette. I'm looking forward to bringing that up further and further along. But yeah, it is obviously one of those ones that's an incredibly difficult grind with the 6 blueprints, 12 blueprints, or 18 in a month, and the potential obviously for myself where, yeah, if I get SLR or Zenvo blueprints for this, it's just trade coin city, because yep, the ZR1 is the only thing I need for these. So, but as always, guys, though, there's a sub button up there if you like my content, and yeah, there's other videos for me here and here. Really appreciate clicking on any one of those, or dropping a like down below, or leaving a comment. And yeah, good luck, guys, in this Grand Prix. Hopefully you're having a good time, or a better time than me, and yeah, as always, drive safe.